Productions.
Yo, welcome to Elm Street, man. I'm your boy. I'm your host, Money Elms, man. What is good out there, man? What's happening out there, man? It's a good day out here. Just want to thank the viewers, always. First and foremost, thanks for the love. All the subscribers, the followers, the views, the likes, everything. I appreciate that, man. So we're going to get right to it and get down to business, man. I want to introduce my guest for today, man. I got the one and only. I got Chris Detroit.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, what's up, Elm Street? Hey, thank y'all for inviting me out. Much love to y'all. Shout out to 214 Dallas, Texas.
Hell yeah. Shit, we neighbors, Funky Town, D-Town.
Yep.
The whole Metroplex. So, yeah, man, I was like, man, I got to get Chris Detroit out here, man. I see all the big things he's doing out there. I was like, man, it's only a matter of time till, he looks at the DNs and be like, all right, cool, let's make it out there. But I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule and coming through and blessing the show, man.
Already, man.
How you been, dude?
I've been blessed, bro. I've been blessed, man. Been on the road, been in the studio, doing a lot of music stuff,
So, yeah, man, let the people know where you're from, man.
Yeah, I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, y'all. If y'all didn't know, man, I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I've been making music for a long time, y'all. Really, so it started off for me with the music when I was about 12, 13. My brother, probably even younger than that, but I started writing music with my brother Johnny, JC. He does a lot of music, man. He done a whole album with SPM called Reveille Park. He produced and he sang on there. But before all that, he did Latin hip hop,
okay,
like Latin hip hop, like more like
that freestyle,
Stevie B freestyle, and George Patino, and so yeah, I used to help write records with him. That's kind of where it started with me. Other than throwing little freestyle raps here and there, having fun with it, trying to be cool,
Mm-hmm.
Rapping in middle school in the lunch line.
who ain't done that? Beatbox on the.
For real, yeah. So but I actually went in from writing music with my brother and stuff like that, and then I got into producing, and I got me a Korg Triton, and I was making beats on the Korg Triton for a while.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing that. I still like to, I'll throw some. I like to add production and stuff like that. But
so when it comes to producing, who are some of your influences?
My influences in producing, who could be influencing producer? Like, I'm trying to think who my brother really influenced me to do it, and I seen Carlos doing it and stuff. He had a Triton too,
Yeah.
And I seen the way he was doing it, and that was the beginning for producing with me. But you know what? Shout out to my brother Ocean View. That's my bro right there. We produced. He kind of showed me a lot about producing as well too. But I got into producing, man. And I guess those were really, back then it could have been Carlos and my brother kind of influenced me a little bit. Maybe Baby Bash, because he came through a couple times. He's like, "Little Chris, you making beats now, Little Chris?" And I was like, "Yeah, already, nephew."
Yeah.
But yeah, I could say those were probably my influences in producing back then, and even in music.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And then in your artistic.
Okay, yeah. So man, it started with graffiti and breakdancing for me, actually. So really, when I was 13 and 12 and all that, early like 5th, 6th grade, I started my graffiti little thing to where I was learning letters and stuff like that. But I was deep in the graffiti. I went to jail for criminal mischief. You know what I'm saying? And I was part of a crew. I was part of a graffiti crew. And we, they shout out to all the old school homies. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the old school homies from Fort Worth that influenced me, like Soda One. He was huge, man. You couldn't turn a corner without seeing Soda One. My boy Cash. Shout out to Cash. Shout out to H2O and my brothers Sonny and Clay and Corey. All of them boys, man. The Similac mob back in the day.
And then this is all in Funky Town.
Yeah, in Fort Worth. Yeah.
Oh, really? See, and it's crazy. You know, we're so close. You know, Dallas and Fort Worth, but you know, to me, it's still a different world out there. You know, we're still close, but you don't really know what's going on the other side because you know we're over here on this side. You know, I've never really gone out to Funky Town and hung out other than you know visit spots like back in the day. You had Chrome. You know, pull up on Chrome back in the day. You know, spots like that. You know, but but yeah, man, I probably would have never known if you wouldn't say anything about, you know, crews and graffiti and all that shit.
Oh, yeah, that's where it started for me, you know. It started right there. And then the music it played a part also, you know, it was there. And fortunately, I grew up around a lot of creative people and stuff like that. And I already had a creative mind, and I'm the youngest out of my family. And my brothers, they did graffiti. They influenced me. Shout out to my brother Big Rube. Shout out to JC, my brother Johnny, and my brother Jimmy. You know, those are my big bros. I love them.
Yeah. So I mean, I believe that.
Shout out to Swanger Robert Jr., my oldest brother. I can't leave him out. He never did none of that. He never did no. He always just, you know, he was the oldest, so he be like, "Shut up, boy! You get your ass to the house."
Yeah. I mean, I believe you can't have rap music if you don't have graffiti, and you can't have graffiti if you don't have breakdance. It's all together. It's all connected. It's part of the whole hip hop culture.
Oh yeah.
You know. So did you get down when you used to be breakdancing and shit?
Yeah, we was cold, bro. We used to hit them all. I used to practice and everything, man. We went. My homies, man. Shout out to my bro Augustine Torres. Shout out to Adam Torres, Jesse Gonzalez. We used to break dance together, man. We used to go hard. If we pulled up into the spot, we was winning. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I remember one time though, there was this crew that came from like Houston or something though, but they were cold. They were like sponsored by Pepsi, and they was doing, you know. But we were young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was real cold though.
They showed up with all the Pepsi gear.
Hey, they had a couple of new moves, but I remember my boy Augie got him on the popping. Boy, they couldn't mess with him.
Yeah. So did you have a name for y'all's crew?
They had like I was kind of just solo with it. I was a graffiti artist, but I used to break dance with them and shit.
Yeah.
They had their name. I don't even remember what the name of their crew was, like Show Team or something like that.
Yeah. So, do you remember the first time you wrote your first track?
The first time? Yeah, I wrote a Latin hip hop song. The first song I wrote was like, dang, is it that one? There's something about the way you look at me. Yeah, it's an old Latin hip hop song, bro. That was one of the first songs I wrote. But I probably wrote a rap before that, to be honest. You know,
yeah.
I would write them and stuff like that. I would spit them and throw them away.
Yeah. So when do you exactly got into like performing and dropping your
so basically
music?
Whenever I got into music like professionally was whenever during my Chris Cash phase. I was Chris Cash for a while. I did a lot of shows and recorded a lot of music, and I feel like that was whenever I first started professionally, and I kind of like. I got into a relationship, kind of fell back a little bit and focused on work and stuff like that. But I always did the music. I always had my studio at the house and continued recording and stuff like that. I was more focused on, just having a life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I went through it. I did a lot of shows. I probably hit the music scene as Chris Cash for like 2-3 years real hard. And then laid back for a few years. And then actually I went to prison. Man. Stay out of prison, y'all. Shit's whack. It's no good.
How long were you locked up for?
This last time was like 20-something months. Yeah, so whenever I got out, I actually changed. Before I went in, I had my bro Ocean View with me, and we were doing we kind of did this little SBOV things because I was Chris Cash, and I was like, man, I kind of switched it up. And because I noticed there was a couple other guys trying to take that name and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna switch it up. And I used to say this thing like Chris Cash to the Bueno. So somehow or another ended up being Super Bueno. And then my boy Ocean View. So we had a crew, we had a little, like, we were like a little, you know, like a group called SBOV, but it was just us two though. But we, you know, we made production, we made our beats and everything. He actually made most of the beats, but you know, I co-produced them. I was there with him, helping him, and we, you know, writing music, writing hooks and stuff like that. And went through that little SBOV phase, which that was cool though. Like we had some good records. Bash put us on one. We got the mix. SBOV did a record with Bash and Lucky Luciano. Shout out to my bro Lucky and shout out to my bro Baby Bash. Called Mexican Burt Reynolds. We did the Mexican Burt Reynolds. That was originally Ocean View and I's song, and I sent it to Bash. He was like, "Oh, nephew, I can fuck with this."
Yeah.
And then so, you know, he went and laid something down. It was nice though. It was cool. So we did some shows and stuff like that, SBOV. And then I had to go to prison, man. And then I got out. And then when I got out, I was like, so we can't be SBOV no more. So that's how Soup Flame came, you know what I'm saying? I started being Soup Flame, which Soup is just it's short for super. So Super Bueno, instead change the Bueno to Flame.
To Flame.
Yeah. And I had a homeboy that rapped back whenever he used to rap back with me whenever we was younger. And he went by Flame and he passed away. So I always kind of kept that in my heart.
Yeah. Kind of, you know, tribute to your partner.
Yeah. Rest in peace, my boy Greg. He was a youngster, man. He lived with me. He lived downstairs from me in these apartments. But he would come over, we rap, flow, you know what I'm saying, write music and stuff. He liked to ride with me everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Soup Flame hit him for a minute, you know. Soup Flame was cool. I feel like Soup Flame is like whenever I say flame, I mean like I'm like the spark, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help light this up right here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna illuminate that.
Okay. Hey, yeah, because I mean, you know, you had a pretty good catalog under Soup Flame.
Yeah, Soup Flame was cool, man. You know,
that
dude goes hard.
But how many projects do you think you did under Soup Flame?
Projects? I did. What I do? I did that Soap I Drip. Y'all ain't heard that Soap I Drip, man. That's hard. I need to check out that Soap I Drip. I got Bubba Sparks on there. I got Lil Flip. I'm not sure if I got Lil Flip on there. I got a couple of them with Flip. Shout out to them boys. But oh yeah, I got Gotti. I got Juan Gotti on there. Shout out to my bro Juan Gotti. I got DJ Kane on there. Shout out to my bro DJ Kane. I got some people on there. Soap I Drip was a good little splash.
Yeah. So was it around that time that you also had a podcast?
Oh yeah, so I did that. The Soup Kitchen. I did that at the house. So my boy, shout out to Slapmaster. Shout out to my brother Slapmaster. Shout out to DJ Panic, my bro DJ Panic. Shout out to Lil Cass, my boy Cass. You know, we was already at the house and we would go eat. We was working on music. We all was already moving and doing stuff. So I said, man, you know what? We hear all the time. Just set this up. You know what I'm saying? And then it got to a point to where, you know, it was good for a while. We got to do a few shows or whatever. And then it was kind of difficult to get everybody together sometimes. So
yeah,
I was just like, well, you know, I'm not going to try to force it to happen. You know, if y'all guys want to get together, we could do it. If not, you know, we could. It ain't no big deal. So, yeah, that kind of just faded away. But it was fun, though. We still hang, you know.
Yeah.
Slap, he's in Dallas, so he does a lot. You know, everybody has, you know, to do their own thing. Kind of Slap started working another job. Like, he had a second job, so, you know, he couldn't make it. And then Cass, you know, he running here out of town and running there. So sometimes he couldn't make it. So, you know, I was like, man, I ain't going to force it no more. But it was fun, though. Shout out to all my bros, man. I love y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to see a couple of your episodes, man. I was like, okay, you know, homeboy trying to do it all.
Hey, shout out to Tom South, too, because, you know, he wanted to put it together, too. He's a part of it, you know. we entertainers, man. We gotta be out there.
Yeah, you gotta put it out there, man. Even though you're doing one, but hey, it's cool every now and then to jump into different lanes, different avenues. Just can't be stuck in one. One source. If that one don't work, you got other avenues, other doors that open up.
Oh yeah, I do it because I love it.
Yeah.
That whenever you do it because you love it, you're always gonna win. So doors is always gonna be open. Just do it because you love to do it, and don't stop.
Oh yeah, man. So so how did this whole transition from hip hop to this new what would you call it, like urban country?
So really, this has been going on for a while. A lot of people ain't, they just ain't heard a lot of it, but I've been writing records like that, and even recording records like that. Today I was at the Kitchen Studios with JP. Shout out to JP at the Kitchen. We used to do a lot of country rock records, and so it ain't nothing brand new, but like when Louis, shout out to my bro Louis the singer, he came through and he was like, "Man, Chris, I'm not gonna lie." He said, "Let's go do a country record together." And I said, "Okay." So we went and what did we do first? I think we had already did a couple other records together. But he said, "Let's do a country record." So we met him at the studio. Oh yeah, and so I ended up coming up with this little concept, Southbound 35. So then that's how Southbound 35 came along. He went in there, he started recording, whoop, whoop, whoop. And then I had wrote me a little verse. Then I went in there, did my little verse. And then, there was Southbound 35. And actually he thought he was going to have to go to jail. So we ended up doing the video real quick. Shout out to Tom South for filming that video for us last minute. And shout out to my bro Louis, man. He's doing big things right now. And it was a blessing that he didn't have to go to jail during that time. We prayed a lot too, man. The Lord came through and he didn't have to go to jail. And that was a blessing. So and actually I had told him too, I said, "Hey Louis, I was thinking about changing my name anyways."
Mm-hmm.
Because that's another thing you got to do. You always got to reinvent yourself every now and then. Like Soup Flame was cool. I had fun. But, I done changed my name from Chris Cash to Super Bueno to Soup Flame. Now, you know what? I said, man, I'm getting old. Like I don't even really, I'm not even really feeling this rap music stuff no more. I kind of just want to just do whatever kind of music I want to do. I just want to make music. And I don't want to be put in a category, really. I just want to make music. And but so Chris Detroit came, and that's actually my real name, Christopher Detroit Hernandez. That's my real name. Shout out to my grandfather, Detroit Romer, and my uncle D. And my mom, and my dad, they gave me the name, Detroit. But named me after my grandfather. But yeah, that's my real name, Chris Detroit.
Okay, I always wondered where the Detroit came from. I was trying to, pinpoint the connection as far as, is he from Detroit?
People trip out. They always say, "You from Detroit?" Man, I'm from right here. That's my name, though, for real, Chris Detroit. Yeah, I'll represent Detroit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. Shout out to Detroit, Michigan, man.
Yeah.
Nothing but love from down here in Texas, y'all.
Yeah.
Come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the funk.
Yeah. Because it's rare when you find somebody and they have a name, and it has to be a city. Like there's a lot of people out there named Houston, Dallas.
Yeah, my bro Lucky, he named his son Houston. And I got a dog named Dallas. How'd I end up with that? I don't know. Nah, it's my son's dog, so shout out to my pets, Junie, Jazzy. Shout out to my family. I love y'all.
Yeah. So then that's how the whole deal started, and the wheels started turning after that.
Yeah, Louis, he kind of influenced me to change it up, but I had already I was kind of tired of it, ready to change it anyways too. So, we started moving and grooving and recording records, and yeah, we recorded some good records like I Really Don't Give a Damn and Southern Ways. And I mean, the list goes on, bro. There's a lot of records we ain't even put out that we recorded. Yeah. To me, they could be really huge records. But, and then I did like She Says I'm Crazy, Country Fly. I don't know if y'all seen any of those, you know. Those are doing really great. And then I started working with my bro Tomas. We drop it Uptown and Feels So
So good.
Good. And
I
then,
like that genre right there. Feels so good.
Thank you. And
Yeah, y'all ain't seen it. Y'all need to check it out. It's a
yeah,
dope
Feels
ass
So
track.
Good on YouTube, y'all. And Tomas and I, man, we've been working a lot too. So I actually have a lot of music with him. Tomas Christian. Shout out to my boy Tomas Christian. Y'all look him up. Tomas Christian. You can find him on everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Today I was in the studio with JP, and also we had somebody come in, Don Lewis. Shout out to Don Lewis. Shout out to my bro Adrian Garza. Don Lewis is going to be performing tonight. He has that song Neon You. He's going to be performing tonight in Fort Worth. But it was we had a great time in the studio today. You know, we was working, and hopefully we create something really amazing for y'all.
Some magic. And then, you know, you telling me you're working with JP, you know, so, you know, JP, you know, he
shout out to JP.
He's a pro.
That's my
you
bro.
Know, he's been doing it for a minute.
He's a legend.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a legend out here in Dallas. Kitchen Studios, y'all. Man, JP, it's worth it.
Anybody's came through Dallas has stopped by the Kitchen Studios.
Yeah.
That's famous studios right there in Dallas, man. You know, a lot of people don't know that. You know, they got them hidden gems.
Yep.
You know,
the Kitchen, man, it definitely is to me, it's historical in Dallas with music. You know, like he's already been around for a long time, and you know, he definitely done a lot of great things there and worked with a lot of big, you know, anybody and everybody in the industry.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out, you know, JP and the Kitchen Studios, man. What's up, man?
Oh, you know what? Since I'm on, shout out to Hood Country, man. Y'all go to Burleson, Texas, to a Certified Hustler, and you can get you some Hood Country apparel from Certified Hustler in Burleson, Texas, y'all.
Okay,
shout out to my boys. I forgot I was wearing them. I said, man, hold up, let me give my boys a shout out. They from my hometown. Certified Hustler, y'all.
So you was so you was part of the whole little Louis tour for a second.
Oh yeah, I helped start that tour from the very beginning, man. Yeah, we built that tour, and we started off like really, you know, Louis and I were traveling everywhere last year before the tour, but I say like in January and stuff, we started booking dates for that tour. And man, that tour, I watched it grow from, you know, from nothing to something really great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really grateful to be a part of that, man. Shout out to my bro again.
Yeah. So now you're doing your own thing.
Yeah,
right?
I'm working my own tour right now. We just came back from Monte Vista. We're gonna be in Corpus Christi on Friday the 13th, October. We're gonna be in Cypress, Texas, October 27th. We're gonna be back in Fort Worth, Texas, October 28th at the the Irish College Pub. Man, I don't even remember all the places. Y'all go to chrisdetroit.com though, and y'all can check out that information. Will be posted on chrisdetroit.com. We're gonna be in San Antonio in November, y'all, at El Honky Tonk. Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff coming up.
So since you've been out there, what kind of reception have you been getting with the new music and the whole experience that has been going down?
So I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's been amazing, man. It's been crazy. It's so just so much love, so much amazing energy. I don't even realize how big I am until, you know, like it's just weird stuff that happens, and I meet people, and it's crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy, y'all. It's been a lot of changes in my life, and you know, the Lord has been blessing me, and I'm grateful for that. Just a lot of doors been opening up for me every day, and you know, I'm just thankful, grateful, and thankful. I'm gonna keep pushing, and it's been a positive. You know, I got to really reevaluate myself now and start to like think about the way that I carry myself and stuff like that, the way that I speak and stuff like that. So, you know, sometimes I get a little bit out there, but whenever people are watching, you know, you got to really You got to really be on point. You want to represent yourself the right way as well, you know. So yeah, it's been an experience all the way around, but I definitely feel like you know, I'm ready for whatever God has in store for me.
Cause I mean, you know, y'all boys are definitely making noise, man. You know, y'all putting definitely putting Fort Worth on the map. You know, I like, you know, like I said, I like, you know, your style. You also got what's his name from down south, Sean Mecca.
Oh yeah, shout out to Sean Mecca, man.
You
We're
know,
about to do a record together as well. He's gonna be on tour with me. So he's also selling a VIP meet and greet. So if y'all want to meet Sean Mecca, if y'all want to meet Thomas Christian, then we got Jenny B also. She sings Tejano.
okay.
And she's amazing, man. She's been touring as well. And she's going to be on a couple of the shows. You know, y'all be sure to go check all of them out.
Yeah, we as a matter of fact, Jenny B be stopping by here pretty soon.
Yeah.
You know, so you know,
that's what's up.
She'll be in Dallas in a few weeks. So, you know,
she gonna be in Corpus with us. Shout out to Jenny B. She gonna be in Corpus with us for sure. I'm not sure about Cypress, Texas. Sean Mecca is gonna be in Cypress, Texas with us. He's not gonna make Fort Worth though because he has a private event in that day. But yeah, it's gonna be nice, y'all. We're gonna have a costume all of October. All the shows in October, we're giving away money and prizes at all of the shows.
So I was gonna ask you because you brought it up a little bit ago, and you said something about dispensaries. So I'm thinking, do you dabble in the dispensary?
We actually had a dispensary. We actually had a few dispensaries. So we just shut down the last dispensary, man. It's been hard, man. But shout out to Medican, Oklahoma. Our last store, we just shut it down in Bethany. So we really don't. I mean, so we had a couple of partners. They still, they're still operating in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and Lone Grove. If y'all want to check out Medican, but yeah, so my sister sold off those stores. But basically, yeah, I was in the industry for a while, bro, since the very beginning of the Oklahoma thing, and that Oklahoma's really tough, man. It's a tough industry, especially since it's been growing so much. The laws have been changing, and just it's really difficult to have a dispensary. So I had a lot of friends be like, let's go open up. Let's go. Everybody want to open up a dispensary, but y'all don't know it's difficult, y'all. It's hard. You gotta sacrifice your whole life for that. You gotta go and it's just like you open up any business though. You're gonna have to open it up. You have to work the whole day and go home. And some days you ain't gonna do that good, But yeah, I was in that. I put a lot of we had our processing license and all that stuff. So I got to do I did little flips, Clover G's concentrates. We put some Clover G concentrates across the state in a few stores. Yeah. Also, shout out to Little Flip. I also did my bro Michael Blanco and his wife, Little Miss Monroe concentrates, Little Miss Monroe concentrates. We did those, put those all across the state. Shout out to my bro Michael Corleone Blanco out there in Miami. Pure Blanco. Shout out to my bro Gold Toes. Shout out to my bro Alex, Latin Hustle Management.
Yeah. So would you say it was like a preparation to maybe what's to come for Texas? Because I mean,
man, I got so many people ready for Texas. I got licensed for Texas too. We could really be rocking and rolling right here in Texas. Right now, it's so difficult with the business right now. I don't want to get into politics, but man, if you're a business owner, then it's just difficult right now because there just ain't a lot of money flowing out here on these streets. But like I said, I don't want to get into politics, y'all. But y'all need to be careful and pay attention to who y'all voting for. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all's research. Who's going to do y'all good? Because, man, it's a lot of homeless people out here right now. It's a lot of people on drugs right now. And that's one thing we ain't going to stop. But I'll tell you right now, the homelessness done jumped up like crazy, if y'all ain't noticed, ever since this other dude done been the president. So y'all need to be, I always encourage y'all to do y'all's research. do it well, and vote.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
vote for somebody that's going to do something for you, because you're going to be struggling if not. And don't be trying to depend on somebody, man. Y'all get up and do something. Do what you love to do. Make it happen. Even if you got to be broke and get drugged through the mud, you do it. Eventually it's going to pay off.
Because you definitely have your complainers out there. Them people that love to complain and bitch about this and that and why things ain't going the right way. But
hey, that's life.
but at the end of the day, they don't go out there into them polls and vote. You know, knowing that their voice could make a difference.
Yep. Make sure you vote. Make sure you vote.
You know, elections are coming up, so, you know, get your ass up, stop being lazy, go vote.
Don't vote for this fool that got us in here right now. Everybody broke as hell. Y'all need to get it together.
Yeah, man. You know, I think, you know, when it comes down to being president, I think you got to have some fresh minds in there.
For sure. You got these fools, they don't even know what's going on. They walking this way, they walking that way.
Times done changed from there.
I can't even, hey, all right, I'm going to just say it. It's embarrassing. Whatever we got over there in Washington in the White House, that's so embarrassing, y'all. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It should be against the law. It should be against the law.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. We got to have somebody in office that's gonna represent us well.
Oh boy, that don't even make any sense over there, boy. But you know, we gotta keep on pushing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So if they was to open up Texas, would you start up a dispensary out here?
Man, I was crazy. I was talking to my boy E-Dog and out there in Austin, Texas. Shout out to my brother Edgar in Austin, and he was telling me that he has a security company. He drives and picks up people. As a matter of fact, he was driving what did I say that band was earlier? Josh Abbott Band. Shout out to Josh Abbott Band, man. They're gonna be performing in College Station tonight. I got invited out there. I wish I could make it, but I'm gonna be hanging out with old Don Lewis here in Fort Worth. But and shout out to Don Lewis, man. I'm excited to see him perform tonight. But what was I saying? I done forgot, you know. You get caught up in, huh? Yeah. Shout out to Josh Abbott. Oh yeah, I was talking about Edgar, and we were talking about this. So basically, my boy, he drives around. You know, and he picked up Donald Trump's son. And he told me for 3 hours he'd taken them to like meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
And he told me for 3 hours all he talked about was legalizing marijuana. I said, "Oh wow, for real?" So it was funny you were talking about that subject. So yeah, if Texas ever decides to open up, man, you know they're gonna. I just don't see it happening, but they need to, because it's $1 billion industry that they're missing out on. Like we're literally losing billions of dollars state to Texas. Come on now. I mean, this is simple mathematics, and no matter what, we need the money. We don't need to be sending billions of dollars out here to California and everywhere else. It's gonna happen. Ain't nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
Shit, come on, man. Y'all need to get it together, man. It's like we got a bunch of idiots running our state and our country sometime. I ain't gonna lie. They old. They just. And I can't. You know, I'm not the best person in the world, but you know, I just know common sense, and just, you know, who wants to send billions of dollars out for some weed? We might as well keep that weed money here, y'all. Weed ain't killing nobody. Come on now. Yeah. Get your head out your ass if you think it is.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean, then there also, you know, crimes would come down.
Yeah, crime would come. You know, no matter what, it could be controlled. You know, y'all can get. That's what they want to do. They want to control it. That's why they ain't got it out there, because you ain't controlling it right now. You might as well at least try to bring it in and control it as much as you can. But it don't even matter. They don't want me talking about all that.
You know, because I mean, and there's some states already that decriminalize certain drugs. You know, like
I'm not against decriminalizing any drugs, real drugs. You know, manufactured by man drugs, not stuff that grows from a plant, from a seed. You know. This is from the earth. If it grows from the earth, if those genetics came from the earth, then what do we, you know, how is even that illegal? You know, like even the cocoa plant and all that other stuff, you know, the poppy plants, you know, if they're not, they came from the earth, you know, but if there's certain ways that they got to do this and do that to make them legal, hey, I would recommend to do that. I don't see how all this prison and all that, you know, they talking about rehabilitation. They sending all these dope fiends to prison, and they ain't got no damn rehabilitation in there. They just dope fiending out in there, drinking coffee and shit like that. And they sneaking drugs up in their shit and their booties and shit like that. Come on, man. But there's ways to deal with all this shit. But, you know, ain't none of it going to work 100%. You know, there's just shit we could try.
Yeah.
And then let's see what's going to be the best afterwards.
Well, yeah, bro, man. You want to plug in where the people could find your music at and all the streaming platforms?
Man, y'all be sure to go follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Y'all go subscribe to my YouTube, Chris Detroit and Chris Detroit Music. I got two of them. Chris Detroit TV and Chris Detroit Music. Y'all subscribe to those. Y'all follow me on Instagram, Chris Detroit on Facebook. It says Soup Flame on Instagram, but it's Chris Detroit is a verified. It says Chris Detroit Soup Flame at. I got a backup page also, but y'all follow me at Soup Flame, Instagram, Chris Detroit, TikTok, Chris Detroit Music.
Yeah, man, I want to thank you for coming through, man. You know, showing me some love and, you know, telling your story, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much.
Keep your ears to the streets, man. I'll catch you on the block, man. It's your boy, Money Elms, man. Peace.
So good to be free. I'm living life out here chasing my dreams, and it feels so nice to wake up. I need a shot of your smile in my cup. Yeah, you can hit the stores all day, and I can hit the bars all night. As long as I end up with you in the bed, holding you tight by the end of the night.
I got the call. She said, where you be at? I said, I'm up in the studio recording them tracks. She's at the mall, spending that bread. I said, my boots are size 11, gonna give me a pair. Because tonight we headed uptown and we gon' tear it down. And if you wear that brown gown, in your love I'ma drown. And by the end of the night, we gon' both feel right. In the morning, beat it up before I have to catch my flight.
It feels so good to be free. I'm living life out here chasing my dreams, and it feels so nice to wake up. I need a shot of your smile in my cup. Yeah, you can hit the stores all day, and I can hit the bars all night. As long as I end up with you in the bed, holding you tight by the end of the night.
I like a hard-working woman, ain't afraid to go in. Stay sophisticated, educated, always gon' win. When I'm gone, she don't trip. I'm at the ranch making hits. I'm living life, loving it, loving her, loving this.
We only got one life, we only got more time. So let's live it up, forget about the drama, and let's just dance all night. It feels so good to be free. I'm living life out here chasing my dreams, and it feels so nice